And especially when you focus your energy on experiences, all of a sudden you will find that this sort of a financial discrepancy between you and your partner will seem a lot less detrimental than perhaps what it is right now. Hey guys, this is Fei Wu, and in this video I want to talk about a kind of a sticky subject, which is when she makes more. I know that this in particular refers to a heterosexual relationship, because this is an issue that often comes up between, let's just say, a man and a woman. However, I can imagine it happens even among siblings. I feel like the gender really isn't the main issue. It's just based on the current society as we're entering into 2020. I personally do hear a lot more challenges with women who make more than their husbands, their boyfriends, and their significant others. So I want to take this opportunity and kind of break it down, because it's definitely a very common issue and people don't like to talk about it. I know that some of you might talk to your girlfriends, but maybe some of your guy friends as well. It's kind of sticky, and I took the opportunity and try to seek out these videos on YouTube that I can watch and kind of learn from. And I actually found a couple of YouTubers who are definitely more religious than I am. I am not religious, but I am spiritual. In some cases, I heard the feedback on, we are married now, so we combine our finances. God made us together, and therefore what's mine is his, what's his is mine. I am slightly different. I have a different opinion on that. I don't think that as a couple, whether you're married or otherwise, you should just simply combine everything. I am also not necessarily telling you that you need to keep everything separate either. I think it's healthy to have something to yourself and something together with your partner, and something that you share. Now, when we talk about sharing an account, that doesn't necessarily mean a joint bank account, but it could also be a spreadsheet where you contribute to the household expenses and sort of the mundane tasks. I don't know, maybe you travel together all the time, maybe you can share gas and you can help each other out. So at the end of the day, I think we need to understand that what we ourselves bring to the relationship, but also what the other person brings as well. So very recently, I was reminded by a woman at my gym. She is going through some tough times as an instructor. And when she approached me and my partner, Adam, I noticed Adam was really patient, answering her questions and helping her feel comfortable about the situation that she's in, which is a little tough because the gyms that we happen to be at, neither one of us is an instructor. But if you were an instructor, it's a competitive place. And also it's happens to be a very demanding client base in this zip code location here in the US. So I understand how difficult. But what I didn't realize was, okay, I'm used to it. It's just something that Adam does. And then as soon as I got to the locker room, this woman approached me and said, wow, Adam is so patient and so inspiring and really helped me feel better almost instantly. So patient. And all of a sudden I realized, when I was working in consulting for many, many years, and he's always been by my side and kind of helping me dissect and understand the challenges I was going through. And in retrospect, some of those issues maybe not as big as it seemed at the time, but I gotta say, it was very challenging. So think about again, what your partner brings to the relationship, because it is so simple to think that we are partners together in life, and therefore we should bring equal financial responsibilities. We should split everything equally. It's just not really how it works. And I think it's important to know that as long as your partner tries to grow together with you, but also grow by himself or herself, and that is really important. I think it's important when you're in a relationship to know that, you are together. There is an identity or an entity that represent the both of you, but there's also something about yourself that you need to pay attention to. And so it's a hard balance to really strive for. I gotta say that this is still something that I practice. And especially for me, growing up as an only child, there's so much of me and my own identity is kind of in isolation and in context compared to a lot of my friends who have siblings, who raise some of their siblings and constantly have to think for them. For me, to live with someone, to share something with someone else inside the same household, to have the same or similar responsibilities, and that's kind of the first time in my life. When you're in a relationship for a long time and you forget what sparkles your joy and what you enjoy most about it. So it's really helpful to kind of hear from other people. And I think it's really fascinating to kind of witness that, especially for women out there, if you're a creative entrepreneur or if you're just like this thriving businesswoman. And I often hear that a lot of these women find their counterparts or find their partners to be not as interested in what they're doing, and they almost feel guilty, or they're not interested in talking about their work, even though they're very passionate about it. When they come home, perhaps they have the responsibilities to take care of their kids and their spouse, and it's just really hard to bring up work and what sparks joy in their lives. Both Adam and I enjoy working together. What we mean by working together isn't just about making a meal together or working on the spreadsheet, but we ended up traveling together to all sorts of places, domestically and internationally, for the Face World podcast. And I love the fact that he is very interested, not just involved, but interested and very committed in sort of Face World as a company. And we can go to these interesting places, and I can see that his eyes will light up as well when we interview these really interesting people who we call the unsung heroes and self-made artists, and you travel together. And I think my favorite part of working together, even though I am sort of the name and the face of the company, is to have someone to be very supportive of what I'm doing. You know, somebody who's excited to get in the car, to carry the bags, you know, get the water and just get on site to shoot these videos, to talk to these people. Yeah, so you could make it really fun and be less focused on just the financial aspects of a relationship, but truly what each one of you bring to the table and what you create together as a result. So I hope you find this helpful. I'd love to hear your opinion and how you dealt with, you know, celebrating your relationships, regardless of, you know, how much each one of you makes financially. And I think we are stronger together. I am someone who is, I would say, spiritually, mentally very comfortable being single, but I also appreciate the steadiness of being in a committed relationship. I think it's something that we often overlook. Because, you know, as Tony Robbins would say, that we all need stability, consistency, but at the same time, a variety. So, you know, I think your partner will add that level of variety that you don't have all by yourself. You know, I would say that if you're a girl out there who makes more, then it's absolutely okay to organize and to treat your partner and to really treat, you know, whoever is connected to you in relationship, in proximity to you, and bring more joy to their lives. And my friends are often tell me that these days we're all focusing more on experiences as opposed to just material goods. So that's something I agree with as well. And especially when you focus your energy on experiences, all of a sudden you will find that this sort of a financial discrepancy between you and your partner will seem a lot less detrimental than perhaps what it is right now. So thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing to this channel. This is a channel where I share lots of stories, how-to tips and tricks for indie creators and creative entrepreneurs like yourself. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next week.